So before discovering James and Seek to Do More, I was just kind of floating, floating through time, floating through space in my life. I was sure I was working out, sure I was, eating somewhat correctly. But I felt like something was missing in my life, giving me that drive to push myself to another level. Um, I felt like there was probably more I could do during the day, to push myself. Yeah, and so before Seek to Do More, getting introduced to James on the Instagram there, I did around a 75 hard. I even did phase 1. So for any of you that know about 75 hard and the journey, that kind of gave me the structure to continue to work out, not just work out for 20 days and then go back to eating a tub of ice cream and sleeping until 10 o'clock on a Saturday. But up until the point where I discovered James and Seek to Do More, I was just coasting. I was just coasting, not really trying my hardest. At the time of discovering, Seek to Do More, I was looking for a community. I was looking for a sense of community and belonging, to a group of people that were getting after it. It's nice to have the same people, new people coming together for a common cause to beat complacency, to beat being comfort. And that was really cool to see and to be around, people that are there to push you, to be your best, and to know that you're not the top person in the room. You're not the smartest person in the room, because we're all trying to outcompete each other in that realm. Before starting Seek to Do More, I feel like my biggest challenge was feeling fulfilled. When I laid my head down to go to bed at night, did I give it my all? Before starting the journey that I've been on, 196, I think today. There's like a lack of fulfillment when I laid my head down. Sure, I was getting up, working out, going to work, trying to be there for my family, but I felt like, just lacking in doing that. Yeah, and so before starting Seek to Do More, I probably had about 12 books sitting on top of my dresser, just collecting dust. And sure, I've picked them up and I've read a few chapters over the last couple of years. But one thing Seek to Do More provided was a structure to a structure to get your tasks done. I feel like in an orderly fashion, um, to give you the gratification that you were moving forward in your life, that you could feel fulfilled, knowing that I had to do some type of reading, during the day, and that I could go through my books and actually read them again and learn new things. That was pretty eye-opening for me, and made me feel fulfilled knowing that I was gaining knowledge during the day, not just doing my workouts, going to work, coming home, cooking dinner, and then going to bed. Having that little bit, having that structure in my life, making me feel fulfilled, at the end of the day. When I started the 30-day recal, one of my goals was to prove to myself I had more to give, give more during the day. One thing that was nice was the added challenges, not just the 7 daily commitments that I hit on a daily basis, but reaching out to an old friend I haven't talked to in 3 years, spending the time on my phone talking to my sister and reconnecting with her, because we both live busy lives. Being cognizant while you're at the grocery store, while you're at the gas station, and how you interact with the people around you. That was something that I gained from that 30-day recal. Not making the program about yourself, but how you can push that onto others and affect others. That was a huge realization when I came out of that. Was like, I don't have to hang my head down low when I go out in public. You know, I can stand up tall, talk to people, make eye contact, ask people, "Hey, how are you doing? How's your day? Wow, it's really great. It's nice to see the sun." So it was just nice to feel accomplished if I had interactions out at the local stores or even at work too, you know, trying a little bit harder to connect with the people around me. That was something that I looked forward to as I got into the program. And when I left the program, or when I finished the 30 days, I continued on that path of impacting the people in my community. Yeah. So during my 30-day recal, I tightened up my game. You know, before that, again, to reiterate, you know, I'm on the workout journey. I'm healthy. I'm lifting weights, but I have a little bit of a sweet tooth. You know, I was eating pint of ice cream here and there, you know, on the weekends or something like that. So during that 30-day recal, I told myself, all right, no candy, no sweets, not even a chocolate chip. And that mental strength that came with that just allowed me to really focus on what I had to do. And when I put my time and energy into those 7 daily commitments, that additional like recal that we had daily, it allowed me, like once I hit that, I got that achievement, it allowed me to pour into like my daughters or my family, or even have the mental clarity at work, to really focus, because I did the hard part. Now I can do other things and have like the mental freedom to do it. The clarity, I guess, the mental clarity in that. Yeah. So during my, you know, whole Seek to Do More journey here over the last 196 days, one thing that I've had an epiphany on is the fact of being able to learn things daily, to seek the knowledge of just learning anything and randomly. You know, I like history, you know, so if I was kind of racking my brain on, well, I need to fill out my commitment, I have some downtime, instead of doom scrolling, why don't I just Google, so I'm a horticulturist. I work for a landscaping company. So one day I Googled how the the explorers from the 1600s would fight scurvy. And so how they did that was boiling needles from the conifers up in the Northeast, and they learned that from the Native American tribes. They found out by doing so, to fight scurvy, because it had vitamin C in it. And so as a horticulturist, I got talking to a customer that I work for up in Burlington, and we just got in a conversation about that and about the history of the Native Americans, about what they used to do, and how just sorry, I'm blanking. We got in a conversation about Native Americans, how they used to get their vitamin C intake. They'd pass it on to the explorers to fight scurvy. So it was just fascinating that I took a little bit of time to learn that I can implement it to my customers, have a conversation, have a deeper meaning when I'm, you know, selling work or when I'm providing services in my professional space. The learning thing has definitely been pretty opening, because you know, I've picked up some books that pertain to, you know, health and fitness that I've been learning. Peter Attia released a 3-inch thick book that I read that was super scientific, and I probably wouldn't have read that if I wasn't on this journey. And some of the stuff I pulled in, or some of the stuff that I read sat in with me. You know, it sunk into my brain. And other stuff, I'm just way over my head. And when that happened, I kind of dove a little bit deeper to understand it. So Seek to Do More has really opened my eyes about the world around me, that, you know, I could pick up random books about anything just to learn something new, even if it takes 15 minutes. When I discovered the Seek to Do More program, I thought that I was already doing the best that I could in my life, you know, working out, doing whatever, you know, I'm good. What led me to to actually pull the trigger was seeing the social media presence and seeing the community that surrounded it, seeing like-minded individuals who love to get outdoors, love to hike, hunt, shoot, whatever, just athletes that were striving to do the best they can on a daily basis. So when I got a little taste of what Seek to Do More was offering, I felt like I had to jump in. I think at that point, before I pulled the trigger to sign up to do the program, to be a part of this amazing community, I felt the pull that I could give more, that I could do more, that I could have the structure during my day. So I wasn't doom scrolling on my phone. What can I do with the 30 minutes that I'm surfing the Instagram on? Oh, I could do 30 minutes of burpees, or 30 minutes of reading, or learning something, or talking to somebody. So that's what really drove me to dive in head first into the program. One thing that Seek to Do More has provided for me as an outcome is just constant improvement. There a part of me thinks that there is no outcome to the Seek to Do More program. It is a continuous growth mindset. And once you recalibrate and think of it like that, I think you're going to be able to see a better version of yourself than you could ever imagine. Not being goal oriented, that you're stopping at day 30 or stopping at day 90 or stopping at day 100. You're going to continuously grow. You're going to, get healthier, get fitter, get stronger. Your mind's going to get sharper, and, your neighbor and their friend, they're going to see that, and they're going to want to do better. And we already see that in the program with Seek to Do More on the social media platforms, that like people are seeing this and they want in. We're affecting, our community's growing. I would describe my overall experience working with James as to someone who is just going to continuously push you. If you want to be pushed, he's going to push you, and he doesn't really care about your feelings. He's I think he is someone who sees the best in you. And that's super motivating to have that. I am somebody who, since January 29th of 2022, has been on a fitness journey, has transformed my body, I've lost 10 pounds, I've lost 20 pounds, I've regained 20 pounds in muscle. Like I feel like I'm on top of the world. But if I talk to James, which we do daily, he might give me a little tidbit to push harder or to do this differently. And he finds holes in your game to make you grow. And that is just, you can't put a price on that. He's also, one thing working with James is that he's created, again, this community of people who just want to strive more. So he's been able to take 10, 15 people, put them in a group chat, and now we're the ones running it. We're the ones trying to outcompete each other without James's helps. So that's been amazing to see that impact. Another thing that I've learned from working with James and the Seek to Do More program is you need to learn to be humble. You need to learn to drop your ego and really allow somebody else to coach you and to give you feedback, because again, you may think you're doing your best, but you're not. There's always more to give. And over the last 200 plus days, that's been apparent to me that I have more to give. So what I found most beneficial to the Seek to Do More program is it gets you moving. It gets you moving your body, wanting to move your body and work out, and whether that's going hiking, canoeing, whatever, lifting. The big thing that's changed for me is when I'm structured and I get up in the morning and I get my workout in, that sets the tone for the rest of the day. And knowing that one of the hardest parts of my day is over. So the aspect that I love about Seek to Do More is that physical aspect, breaking a sweat. And when you're able to break a sweat, release those endorphins, your mind is clear. You're mentally clear, and you're ready to pour into your family or to your coworkers or to your community around you. So that's what I feel like is the best, is the that's the best thing to come out of this program, is getting your health right. Because if you're healthy, you're here longer for your family. And if you're here longer for your family, if you're healthy for your family, you can pour into them better. And that affects all areas of your life. If you want to be pushed daily, you need to sign up for Seek to Do More. James is going to put you through the ringer. He's going to be there by your side. He's going to be pushing you along, he's going to be pushing you along to get the most out of your life. And we all have more to give. So I think anybody of any age need to sign up and do Seek to Do More. I think everybody needs to sign up to do Seek to Do More. I think everybody has holes in their game. I think everybody could benefit from having structure in their life. And those 7 daily commitments gives you that structure so that when you go to bed at night, you feel fulfilled. If you are on vacation, if you're traveling, you have that framework to set the tone, and so that you could grow in a variety of aspects in your life. I think if people want to be part of an awesome community, if they want a framework to live their lives, Seek to Do More is for them. I think being around a group of people that want to give it 110% really makes you want to do the same for them. We're all part of the same journey of being better. And so for me, as I'm on day 196 and tomorrow's day 197, and the day after that's day 198, I'm going to continue to give it 110%. And that's why I'm continuing on with it. That's why I'm not settling for mediocrity. It would be silly to not work with James Appleton. He is a dude who has pushed himself over the last 6, 7, 8 years to do better. And what's been really great about working with him over the last, 6 months is that he sees more potential in you than you do yourself. And so by working with James, you're going to get the most out of yourself. He's going to be there moving you along, and and with him doing that, you're going to create your own discipline so that after 30 days, you're good. You're going to outcompete him. You're going to move past him. When you sign up and work with James, you're going to get accountability. You're going to be part of a great community, and a great community of people who are just a bunch of badasses.